I would lie awake at night aching for rest and relief from my racing mind. Hot milk with honey, yoga postures with my feet above my head, no chocolate after 3 in the afternoon. I had tried it all. I was weaning myself off sleeping pills, wrenching myself from my love affair with a tiny white disc. I'd pop it under my tongue to slide from the shackles of adrenaline. They felt impossible to escape. I started using sleeping pills in my last semester of university, having begged my doctor for a prescription to stop the torture of lying awake at night after night. One day, running straight into the next and the next and the next. An endless horror film loop. I felt lost and alone. It wasn't a new feeling. I would felt that way for years. I would lie awake and wonder why I didn't feel better. Wish I could feel like everyone else seemed to, content, confident, and happy. Why wasn't that my life? And then one day I decided to see what else was possible, if I could feel a different way, if I could feel better. It took time and patience, self-exploration and courage, but I did get there. If you're feeling like I felt then, here are 10 things to remember. Number 1, we are all in this together. I felt that way, and all of my closest friends have felt that way. Family members have felt that way, and people who read Tiny Buddha just like you have felt that way, or are feeling that way right now. One day a friend of mine surprised me. She was someone who always seemed positive and upbeat, always sunny. I said to her, "Some days I just feel so alone, like nothing is okay." She said, "Me too." It made me feel better and less alone. We are all in this together. Number 2, people share the highlights, not the lowlights. We can feel anxious, sad, and unhappy after going on Facebook or Instagram. We can end up feeling like we don't have an awesome enough life, like if we don't have a glamorous event to photograph and share, we suck. But people share the highlights, not the lowlights. I've talked with so many people whose lives look amazing on Facebook and Instagram who tell me, "I feel sad, I feel like no one cares, I feel alone." Number 3, it's okay to be right where you are. Sometimes we think we need to be making progress and moving forward, that we need to be a shining ray of light all the time. But the truth is we need times when we are pausing. Those times are often when we feel more lost and alone. We are figuring things out, reevaluating what we thought we wanted. It helps to let ourselves rest in the knowledge that this time is natural and normal, rather than tell ourselves we need to be making progress and moving forward. Number 4, change happens in the mess. The truth is that we often can't feel better until we have a little meltdown, or a big one. Change means shifting into something different. This can get messy. I had to let go of the thought that I needed to be what everyone else thought I should be. To do this, I started to notice my thinking, especially thoughts that included the words should and have to. Then I got myself to question those thoughts. Is that absolutely true? Do you have to? When I gave myself the time and space to explore those questions, a freedom came. It was the experience of being able to question my own thinking, which helped me see that I didn't need to believe all of my thoughts. From there, I was able to choose other thoughts. From there, I was able to choose other actions. That change wouldn't have happened without me getting messy, having a meltdown, and letting go of some things. Number 5, new beginnings can feel like endings. Do you remember a time when you started something new? A new school year, a new summer break, a new relationship? I bet if you look back, you will recognize that there was an ending that happened before that new beginning. And during that ending, you might have been sad and felt alone, but eventually, those feelings transformed when the ending gave way to a new beginning. Number 6, it's easier if you let it be there. The harder we fight the way we are feeling, the harder it is to feel that way. The feeling no longer feels scary or like something we need to try to avoid, and often as a result, the feeling will fade away, sometimes quickly, but often it can linger on. And often as a result, the feeling will fade away, sometimes quickly, but resisting the feeling can make it feel bigger and harder to handle. Number 7, being alone can bring you peace. When we are alone, we are faced with our feelings and our thoughts. It's harder to distract ourselves if we let these times of feelings lost and alone be all that they can be, messy, uncomfortable, hard. We can learn to handle them. We can learn that they don't need to be avoided. And that helps us feel stronger, like we can handle anything, and that can bring us peace. Number 8, feelings can heal you. All of the emotions that arise when we feel lost and alone can point that we need to heal within ourselves. They can be like signposts on the road to freedom saying, "Look over here, go this way." The sadness I felt when I felt most alone was pointing my attention toward the expectations I had to myself, that I had to be in a relationship in order to be happy, that I had to be busy and socializing all of the time in order to be like other people, that I had to live an exciting all the time life. Letting go of those expectations helped me heal those misunderstandings within myself. Without the sadness, I wouldn't have spotted them. Number 9, it doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. I hesitated to say this in this way, and I don't mean it sound harsh or unfeeling. Accepting that life is kind of sucky sometimes can help us get through the times where we feel lost and alone. It doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. It's just a part of being alive. Number 10, the sun will come out tomorrow. Okay, I know it might actually rain, but what will happen for sure is that a new day will dawn. And in the dawn of the new day, you might feel better. Also be gentle, be soft, be caring. We are all in this together. And there are other people who feel exactly the same way. Everyone gets lonely sometimes, but it's hard to cope when feelings of worthlessness and loneliness persist. You may begin to lose hope for the future and find it hard to enjoy any aspect of life. Perhaps you have tried and failed to find solutions, and you worry that you will continue to feel this sad forever. This is a horrible position to be in, but the good news is that it is resolvable. Overcoming loneliness requires thought and effort, but it's certainly possible. Whether you consistently feel depressed, you are trying to overcome the loneliness of being single, or you don't quite know why you are feeling lost at the moment, there are things that you can do to improve the situation. This guide could help you understand yourself better and support you in figuring out what to do when you feel lost and alone. It wasn't a new feeling. I would felt that way for years. I would lie awake and wonder why I didn't feel better. Wish I could feel like everyone else seemed to, content, confident, and happy. They felt impossible to escape. I started using sleeping pills in my last semester of university, having begged my doctor for a prescription to stop the torture of lying awake at night after night. One day, running straight into the next and the next and the next. An endless horror film loop. I felt lost and alone. That was today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to visit these websites to find even more information about the subject we talked about today. And to show us support, please like this video and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in the next video.